remember the landlord said, you know, I have a bed bottom in my storeroom that somebody had left. It's not perfect. The foot is broken a bit, it's slant. But if you want it, I can give it to you so you can put the bed on it and you could sleep on it. And I said, yes. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So thank you guys so much for your support on my videos. I'm gonna be continuing to share some of my stories, some of my experiences, and yes, so if you guys have not checked out my previous videos, you can go ahead and check them out. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you are not new, welcome back. Please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the video with a friend. You know, someone might just be inspired, someone might just be encouraged with my stories, and how giving up is never an option. Never. You know, giving up is never the thing to do. That I was getting paid 4,700 Jamaican dollars a week. How much US is that now? Maybe 30 something US. I'm not sure. I have to get my phone and do the calculation. I'm not sure where the US dollar is right now. But I was getting 4,700 Jamaican dollars a week, and that was about, I would say maybe 20, I would say maybe 30 US dollars a week. 6 days a week. I had my rent to pay, and I had my son to take care of, and I had to take care of myself, and I had to pay bus fare to go to work every day. You ask me how I do it, I don't know. But anyways, I just had to go out there and make it work. I just had to figure out how to make it work, you know. I had to do what I had to do to make it work, you know. I had to just if I need to beg to help to finance my life, then that's what I had to do at the time. But anyways, I'm moving to this place, right? One night, because when I was moving, I didn't have any money, didn't have anything at all, and I moved into this place with these things I never even tell people. These things, not even my mother. These people, they don't know these things because I didn't tell anybody. But I moved into this place with I think I bought a mattress, right? A mattress at the time. I didn't have a bed bottom, so I bought a mattress, and I bought an electric kettle, and I bought an iron. Reason why I bought the electric kettle and the iron and the mattress is specific reason. I'm going to tell you why. Because I said to myself, I had a job that was paying me 4,700 Jamaican dollars that I had to keep by any means at that time. And I knew that I'm gonna need to iron my uniform to go to work. I'm gonna need to get even some tea in the morning, even if I didn't have food to eat. I wanted the kettle so I could make some tea in the morning to eat, to drink, and the mattress so I could just lay my head at night, right? And I literally moved into this place with only those three things and my clothes: an iron, an electric kettle, and my trash, and my clothes. I remember I was moving in that night, and it was a tenement yard. There was a lot of people living in the yard that was renting the apartments, right? And one night I was moving in, and the landlord was outside with another gentleman. That gentleman now is still my very good friend, because that gentleman saw so much in me, and ever since that day he became my friend until today. You know, and I remember I didn't know anybody. I was just moving. I do remember, I think I asked somebody to just bring the stuff out there for me that night. It was a night that I knew, because I couldn't stay with my auntie anymore, and there was just so much happening that I needed some peace, whether it's peace sleeping on the floor, but just some peace. You know, it doesn't matter as long as I'm not getting wet and I just have peace. But I remember I was moving in that night, and they saw that I was moving in with only a mattress, only, and nothing else. I remember the gentleman who is my friend now, not the landlord, no, the gentleman and the landlord, they both came and said, let me help you. And when they came to bring in the mattress for me into the apartment, they realized that the only thing I had was the mattress. I didn't have anything else. I remember the landlord said, you know, I have a bed bottom in my storeroom that somebody had left. It's not perfect. The foot is broken a bit, it's slant. But if you want it, I can give it to you so you can put the bed on it and you could sleep on it. And I said, yes, I'll appreciate it. I could use it, I could do it. And he brought it to me, and the other gentleman, both of them brought it in the apartment, and they helped me. They helped me, you know, and I put the mattress on the bed, and I started sleeping on it for a very long time because I couldn't afford to buy another bed. I didn't have any money. I didn't have anything. I just wanted to go to work. I was able to just pay the rent every month, pay the light bill, water bill, buy a little food, and I had to see my son as much as I could, you know, and they helped me, and I appreciate them a lot. Believe me, I really do. There are still persons that I communicate with, you know. As I said, the other gentleman is my friend. The landlord, I knew him now still. Whenever I see him, I always, you know, talk to him. His baby mother and me were very good friends too, you know. But at the time I didn't have anything, but I knew I must make it, because if I had to, if it takes for me to sleep on the floor, and I just had to do what I have to do, because I always felt like there is going to be a better day. I always felt like I will overcome, you know, no matter what I'm going through. And that's the only thing I'm moving with. I didn't have any friend, I didn't have anything, I didn't have fridge, I didn't have anything like that. I'd have to live without those things for a very, very, very long time, you know. And I remember one day I was home, was hungry, and I had only $3,000 in my bank account, right? 3,000 Jamaican dollars, which is about maybe 20 something US or 25 US or something, right? For persons who are watching outside of Jamaica would have understand how small that was. I remember one day I was home and I was broken, and bitter. I remember I started playing some gospel music because I felt like I didn't have anywhere to go, nothing to do. I had my rent that was due. I had needed food. I was so hungry. I didn't have anything to eat. I remember I get a white piece of cloth and I tie up my head with it, and I lay flat on the floor, on the ground, flat on the floor, and I was playing some gospel music, you know, and I was praying. I was laying on my back and I was praying and I was crying out to God, you know. And but before that, before I tell you that story, yeah, let me continue. And I was on my back and I was playing music, gospel music, and I was praying, I was crying, I was reaching out to God, and I was telling God that I need a job. Yeah, I didn't have any job, and I said, God, I need a job, because I think I had left the job that I had previously, because I just left it. I got so much disagreement between me and them, and I just left. It wasn't working out. And I remember I was home and I was praying, crying out to God with my head wrapped, because I remember my auntie used to tell me one time that, you know, when you're praying, you should tie your head with something white. And that was something that stood out to me at the time. And I said, guess what? She gave me a piece of white cloth then, and I had it. I never used it. And as I was going to tie my head up and I was going to pray, and I was praying and I was praising and I was worshiping God and I was reaching out to God. And then when I was done, I had sent some applications to restaurants and places that I needed to work. And then I got a call right after I was done praying and worshiping God. I got a call that come for an interview. And I got dressed and I went. The place was just right across the road from where I was. I didn't need to pay. God is so good. I didn't need to pay any taxi fare. I did have to buy food, but it was okay because I was making tips, you know, at the restaurant, and so I could be able to buy food. I didn't have to pay any bus fare. And I had so much potential. I was one of the best workers there at the time. You know, I'm going to tell you a story also about how I lost that job and so many things. But anyway, I got the job, and I went for the interview and I knew I was going to get the job. I just felt it. I just felt like God is just ready to show up for me, and I got the job and I started working. I started to make money and I was able to pay my bills and I was able to buy food, and everything was going pretty smoothly, you know. But before that, I know this video is going long, But before that, I remember one day I was home, right? Before that happened, I remember one day I was home and my uncle called me, like it was at the church, and I called him one day and I was sitting down and I was saying to him, Uncle, I feel so down, I feel so depressed, and I felt like my back was against the wall, and I didn't know, I'm in a situation that I don't know how to get out of. I am depressed and I just don't know what else to do. And you know, he said something to me at the time that was so important and significant. He said to me that if you, anything that you're doing, if God give you a job or anything that you're doing and you're not using it to glorify God, God is going to take it away from you. And I never forget that. But anyway, my uncle passes away. As I said, he passes away. You know, he was a pastor, but he passes away. So many dear people to my heart, let me tell you. But I remember he said that to me and he said, how many? He said to me, how much money you have in your account? And I said, I don't have any. He said, you don't have any at all? And I said, I have like 3,000 Jamaican dollars in my account. And he said, okay, I want you to come to church on Sunday. And that's why I need to talk to you guys about seeds and sowing seeds and how important it is. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not supposed to sow seeds because pastor, God don't need money, all of that nonsense. Don't let anybody tell you that, because sowing seed move mountains and does a lot for you in your finance. Let me tell you, because I am a true testament of that. I remember I had $3,000 in my account. I used faith. I was young, but I still understand what faith was and how to act in faith. And I knew more now. But I had $3,000 in my account. I went downtown and I withdrew all of it, all of the money in my account. And we said, I want you to bring the money to church when you come into church. And when it's time to throw your tithe, I want you to put in an envelope. I just want you to walk up and give it as your tithe. And that was what he said. And I did that. I acted in obedience. And I went and I gave my tithe. And I saw that was the only money I had. I didn't have anything else. I didn't have any other bank account. I was broke and broken. And I did that. And after that, it was when I started to pray and reach out to God when I got the job. And let me tell you, I make a lot of money that back then. A lot of tips. Everybody liked my service. They loved me and they tipped me well, and I still got paid. I didn't have to pay any bus fare. I walked to home. I would just live right across from the restaurant, right across the street, and I make back all of those money. God see my sacrifice and God honor my sacrifice, and God helped me through what I was going through at the time. So I'm gonna cut this video and then I'm gonna continue to tell you some other things that I've been through. So thank you guys so much for watching my video. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the video with a friend, interact with me, comments, say something and give me an encouraging word. I will give you back an encouraging word. If you need prayer, I can also pray for you. Don't be afraid. God is still in the business of working miracles and helping you to get through what you're going through. So share the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys in my next video.